the afternoon.
Well, Maryland has gotten it to 10 twice. What's their way back? This time's getting deep.
Yeah, they've got some distractions.
Can y'all follow my favorite funk editor? He is like very good.
This season didn't play.
Hey y'all, PSA. Unfortunately, if you live under a rock, then you don't know what's going on in the world. And I'm sad to know that for you. But if you do know what's going on in the world, I regret to inform you that I will no longer be making family vlogs with my children. All of my vlogs moving forward will just have me in them. I will no longer be posting my children on the internet. And if you are a mother, I advise you to please do your research and you do the same thing.
Chasing this money, yeah. Out of wild rap, selling onions for leather. Out of wild rap.
Closes this out. They finish.
Selling onions for leather.
If you are starting,
And there is a difference there in the timing of quarterfinals to semifinals.
Go.
The quarterfinal game is the 2 seed is at 6:30 at night. We can play about 9 o'clock at night as the 3 seed.
What if you're a night owl? I'm a night owl. I'd like to play late at night.
I guess that's one way to look at it. Swords, airball.
But then obviously the turnaround time if you win. That's a late night to turn around and play the next day.
Right, that semifinal game for you would be at 4 o'clock the next day.
Look at you with your a real deal on the bracket here.
What up, chat? What up, chat?
Who's in front office would be very impressed with this knowledge.
We about to go walk and go get some grub. So let's chill and show some love. Huh, bitch. What up, chat? What up, chat? What's good? What's good? What's good? Let's get 20 likes. I'm gonna give away 5 free memberships.
Every scout against Michigan is Swartz and Olsen. It's not those two. And then Holloway gets into a game like this for 12 and 6. 201 from the finish line of the regular season. What's been a historic Michigan regular season. 23 wins. The regular season is a school record. 14 Big Ten wins is also the most in school history. And yes, another school record with their offense. Over 85 points a game. Most in Michigan history.
And again, we can't overstate that this Michigan team is incredibly young. I mean, this team's far from done for this season, and they are going nowhere for the next couple of years. I'm sure they're going to keep adding more talent, what an enticing group to play with in terms of that core of Olsen and Holloway and Swords, the team that really competes.
Again, Timmer on her senior day. The older voices of this young core, the grad student, a transfer from Boston College. And we'll get her graduate degree from Ross Business School here. She is in the tie-up. We'll go down the other way.
That's one of the best degrees you can have in your belt. Credit to her.
Are they behind or ahead of them?
Oregon School, I don't know. Oregon School might be at the top. I checked the latest U.S. News and World Report, but you can't go wrong with either one of those degrees.
We need an AP top 25 for that. And Alyssa Crockett into the game. She's played in a couple of stretches today. Well, she's a 4-year player for Michigan. Her last regular season home game. Okonawa spins at home and one. You nailed it, Kim. The sophomores, as they honor these seniors today. Olsen, Swords, Holloway, and Voss, all in double digits.
Olsen had the huge first half. Swords consistent throughout. And Taylor Del Foss is really kind of that X factor player that just gives them an added punch, great size, great length.
One of the toughest players on Michigan's team is Brooke Quarles-Daniels. She just walked off the floor for the final time in this building in the regular season. And Michigan will be here opening weekend of the NCAA tournament without a doubt. With a good hand for Quarles-Daniels on her way out. And Crockett looking for Van Timmering. Back out for Holloway. 5 to shoot. Brown on the drive. And Brown is strong over. Michigan would not allow Maryland to crack inside single digits in this half. They stretch it to 18 again.
And they're a team that can wear you down because of the pressure you face with their defense, and then you can't really take a possession off defensively with how hard they compete on that end, especially when Swords and Olsen are both going for 20 or more.
And a senior big basket for Allie Van Timmering. And Alyssa Crockett was the first person that Kim Barnes-Arico mentioned the other day. She was on Big Ten today with Rick Pizzo on Big Ten Network, and all these historic accomplishments for Michigan. And Kim Barnes-Arico started by talking about 4-year player Alyssa Crockett and how important she's been in a reserve role this year. Her and Allie Van Timmering with good days on their senior day, and Michigan heading into the Big Ten tournament with a top 15 win, 87-69 over the Maryland Terps.
Yeah, incredibly impressive 40 minutes from Michigan on both ends of the floor. Olivia Olsen really set the tone offensively with 21 first half points. She'll finish with 28, but multiple different players getting involved in double figure scoring. And then the defense, especially that first half, was suffocating. They forced 21 Maryland turnovers on that end.
And so that's a wrap in the regular season. Hopefully people join you tomorrow in Los Angeles as UCLA goes for a perfect Big Ten season against their crosstown rival USC. That's on FS1. Good doubleheader in Women's Hoops on Big Ten Network tomorrow, too. With a bunch of seating still up in the air. What we do know is Michigan has a chance at the 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament. Our producer, Max Linewan, our director, Tyler Dare, Kim Adams, and Connor Onion saying thank you for watching College Hoops on Fox. Rob Snow, Casey Jacobson, and Seth Davis next.
Speed. Alex Pillow is obsessed with speed. And when your average Sunday goes 250 miles per hour, it can be hard downshifting to the speed of Shelley. So you'll forgive Alex if the next time he decides to get milk, he doesn't get it here. He gets it here. You want to catch Alex Pillow? Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
I love dessert. Too many treats. And the double elimination will make someone snap.
I just wish I had more game players, not just people who want to make out with their girlfriend.
Only Fear Factor House of Fear Wednesday after The Masked Singer on Fox.
that had doubts. Not who I am. What can I do? I'm afraid I might end up hurting people close to me.
Nebula Killer, only Monday on Fox. President Trump is working to improve lives in the Sandhills. He needs a partner in Raleigh, and that's Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor, a Trump conservative, councilman, and business leader, and he will fight for us. Lower taxes, lower prices, public safety, and an end to woke nonsense in Raleigh. Charles Taylor, improving lives in the Sandhills. Send Charles Taylor to Raleigh on March 3rd.
American Conservative Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
My husband takes his watch party grilling duties very seriously. Every sport, every season. And because we always find good deals at Food Lion, no one ever leaves hungry. I even got him his own signature touch.
Okay. I'll be around it.
Make this season a win with MVP savings on all your fresh favorites at Food Lion.
We're here in Durham to say loudly and clearly that we believe in democracy, not billionaires buying elections. This is an extremely dangerous moment in American history. We need fighters in Washington to stand up to Trumpism. Nida Alam is that candidate. Nida is a proven fighter with the courage to take on all of these special interest groups who think they can buy American democracy.
My name is Nida Alam, and I approve this message.
A lot of dry rubs out there, but they're nothing like the dry rubs in here. Get Zaxby's famous fingers and wings in savory garlic parm, spicy Nashville hot, and zesty lemon pepper. You see that? Now Zaxby's is just rubbing it in. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
And I watch WR Radio every morning because I like the news and the weather and sports, and I watch it every day.
Every morning I check the weather to see what I need to put on to go out the door.
You guys are very accurate with the names.
In 1979, WRAL becomes the first television station in North Carolina to have a dedicated helicopter and names it Sky 5, another first for WRAL.
Fox College Hoops Extra is sponsored by Harbor Freight. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. The nation's leading scorer on the men's side, a potential number one NBA draft pick, AJ Devonson, BYU. They look to regain their Big 12 swagger as they meet the Mountaineers coming up in 51 minutes. Back to the women's side, the 8th-ranked Michigan Wolverines earned their program best 15th Big Ten win as they get another ranked W with the victory over Maryland. Welcome inside our studio. Rob Stone, Casey Jacobson, Seth Davis back here with you. More on BYU and West Virginia in a moment, but first, a little tip of the cap to Olivia Olson. Remember, she had a game-high 31 in Wednesday's overtime victory over the Buckeyes. Today, Seth, just a ho-hum 28-point outing, 21 in the first half.
Yeah, 21 in the first half, and, this was a very good Maryland team, ranked 15th in the country, 14th in the country, that Michigan absolutely embarrassed today. Olivia Olson just did everything, 28 points, but she also had 8 rebounds, 4 assists and 3 steals, part of that fantastic sophomore trio, along with Mia Holloway and Silas Swords today. All 3 of them were excellent, and this is one of the great seasons in program history right now for the Michigan's women's basketball program, firming up that number 2 seed in the Big Ten tournament, but most importantly, very much looking like a team that can do serious damage in March.
And a team that might actually get themselves a 1 seed next up for the Wolverines. Big Ten tournament action coming up in Indianapolis, though. First, let's go back to Ann Arbor. Kim Adams with Olivia Olson.
All right, Olivia, back huge games for you. At a career high 31 against Ohio State. You almost reached that number today. Kind of what is the flow you're feeling right now offensively these last couple of games?
Yeah, I feel like I'm just getting to my spots, and my teammates are putting me in great positions. But what's great, I always say this, what's great about our team is anyone can step up. And so these last 2 games, it was me, but we had contributions from everyone. Like the scoring's super even all throughout, and I'm just really proud of our team.
Yeah, you had a tough loss a couple of days ago. Now to have back-to-back top 15 wins, what really impressed you about how your group was able to respond in these last 2?
Yeah, the day after Iowa, we came back in here and we said we could either have a bad next 2 games, a bad comeback from that loss, or rise above and we can push through adversity and get a good 2 wins. And so I'm just really glad that we did, and I'm proud of everyone.
And a historic regular season for your team is now in the books. Now we're moving on to the postseason. What excites you about these opportunities ahead for you and your group?
Yeah, this is what we play for. We play for the second season, and we're just really excited to push our limits.
All right, Olivia, really fun to watch today. Congratulations. We'll see you in the postseason.
Thank you.
More elite women's basketball coming your way tomorrow on FS1. Second-ranked UCLA, already your Big Ten winners in action. On Monday, on the men's side, Duke earned their nation's best 148th appearance at number 1 in the AP poll. They are number 1 in the ACC, but only have a 1-game lead on Virginia, who was in Durham today. The commish and the Duke grad Adam Silver in attendance. There's a couple guys on the court that he might be watching in the association soon.
Yeah, certainly Cam Boozer. That was Dame Sarr. Duke made 12 threes in this one. Cam Boozer didn't make his first bucket this one until the second half. They didn't really need him. But Duke, to me, Rob, flexed their muscle on a very good Virginia team. They made him look so average today.
Isaiah Evans right there. He had a game-high 19. You mentioned Boozer late to the show, if you will, for his standards at least. It wouldn't stay that way.
Yeah, it never does. It never does.
Just a rebound shy of a double-double. He had 18 and 9. We ground the alley-oop. Duke clinches a share of the ACC regular season title. They will, though, be your number 1 seed for the upcoming ACC tournament. Dare I say we've been underappreciating the Blue Devils?
Never him. He's a Dookie. But me, yes. For me, Duke has been excellent all season, guys. We know this, but no team in the country has gained more respect from me personally than in the last 2 weeks than the Duke Blue Devils. What they've done defensively has just been mighty impressive. They held, to me, an unstoppable Michigan force to 63 points. Then they just completely choked a very good passing and shooting Virginia team. Virginia scores 51 points. And when you're watching these highlights, Seth, is length at every position, whether it's Dame Sarr, who's a 6'8" forward with a 7-foot wingspan, Isaiah Evans, who's a 6'6" wing, but has a 6'10" wingspan to go along with Gongba and Boozer. I don't know how you score against this team, and yet they also have good offense, but this defense, to me, solidified. It's the best in the country.
Well, this team is starting to look a lot like last year's team. By this point in the season, they were by far the best team in the country, steamrolled the way through the ACC. Difference being, to your point, Casey, that Duke did have that competitive game against Michigan last Saturday. Remember last year, John Shire tried to do the same thing in late February by scheduling the game against Illinois in Madison Square Garden, handed them the worst loss in program history by more than 40 points. This team has started to approach the levels because of those defense. We've been saying all season long, hey, riding on at Virginia, they're scoring a ton of points. Well, to your point, only 51 points today, 29% shooting. A solid game from Cam Boozer. The kid has not had a bad game all season long, but Isaiah Evans, to me, has really emerged as that consistent Robin to Boozer's Batman. We knew that he had it in him, but could you rely on that game to game? His level of confidence is off the charts. The defense, the rebounding, the physicality, absolutely a championship level team for Duke.
Real quick for both of you, I'll start with you, Seth. Is Boozer the player of the year in college basketball?
Easily, yeah. A lot of separation.
Not even close.
Really?
Oh, to me, it's been done for about 2 or 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
Like AJ DeBonsa has been putting up incredible numbers, but his team's lack of success to Duke's level kind of takes him out of the race.
Cam Boozer has literally not had a bad game or even a less than good game all season. He's either been really good or unbelievably great.
Zero blips on his radar for sure. When Vanderbilt and Kentucky first met a month ago, it was all Commodores at home in Nashville. A 25-point win. Bit of a different story in Lexington today. And then Honor Huff had a game-high 20 in Tuesday's loss to Oklahoma State. The Mountaineers, they don't have many opportunities left to build up their tournament resume, but they got a big one coming up in about 44 minutes with BYU in town.
Spring, the unofficial new year for tool people. A time to start new jobs and tackle new projects with new tools from Harbor Freight. Whether you're a pro or just like doing things yourself, we've got the quality tools and savings to start your new year off right. So come celebrate spring savings at Harbor Freight. This weekend, get a free 5-gallon bucket when you spend $29.99 in store.
Let me run the numbers one more time.
Hey, you trying to win at calculus or enjoy the game?
What?
Prize Picks, it's simple. Pick more or less of your favorite players to get your picks in. Then see if you got your picks right, like I did last night, without all this paperwork.
Nice. You work here?
Yeah, man, I've been here 3 months. Some people. Download the app and get $50 instantly when you pay your first $5 round. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Are you a fiduciary?
Well, sure.
What about you? Yes. At Fisher Investments, we take the fiduciary duty to a whole new level, doing right by our clients in all aspects of our business.
Do you make commissions selling products?
Well, yes.
In Fisher?
We don't sell any commission-based products because as a fiduciary, we believe that's a conflict of interest.
And how do your fees work?
Let me explain. In Fisher, we have a transparent fee structured so we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Look at this. Endless big butterfly shrimp for us, endless steak for them.
Oh, did you know that buffet is French for happy wallet?
I take German.
Well, amigo, you just got schooled in buffetonomics.
When you need longer-lasting body pain relief, try Aleve. Just 1 dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting body pain relief.
It's impossible for God. The Faithful begins Sunday, March 22nd on Fox.
We have 4 games, men's and women's, coming your way tomorrow over on FS1. The Rutgers men visit Maryland at noon, followed by the Big 12 women's matchup between Iowa State and K-State at 2. Then back to the men's side, Paul Marquette at 4, and then back to the women's side. Number 2, UCLA, taking on their rivals from USC at 6. And to cap it all off, we debut a special documentary.
What do you see? How do you feel? Don't hold back. I don't care how you say it.
Everyone needs to step it up because coming out in March, one and done, you're done.
It's not okay. We really let each other down. Decide. If you're not coming back, make sure that you are calling me tomorrow.
Be sure to catch UC LA, presented by Authentic Asia, a new documentary from Fox Sports Films. Premieres tomorrow, 8 Eastern, following UCLA USC on FS1. According to our bracket expert Mike DeCourcy, the SEC is sending a conference-leading 10 programs to the NCAA tournament. Vanderbilt and Kentucky both on that list, and they met in Lexington today. They'll take away with the steal and the throwdown. Wildcats by 15.
Rob, I call this a John Wick game. You know I love it. Kentucky got revenge today after getting blown out in Nashville. That's Colin Chandler. He had 23 points. This was a tip-to-buzzer domination for the Wildcats.
They had 11 threes in the victory. Chandler had 23. Owe, 23. Kentucky wins it 91-77. To the ACC, Louisville at Clemson. Michael Brown Jr. so much hype. Just 5 points, 2 of 10 shooting. Louisville down 4 at Clemson.
Yeah, Brown is hobbling. Didn't start the game. There's a little bit of question about whether or not he would play, but Clemson has really been on a southward trend the last couple of weeks. They needed this one, and that's what they got. That was Jake Lalene get the fadeaway to put him up by a touchdown, and then Justin Porter could have stepped back and hit the 3. Sigh of relief at Clemson because they've been playing themselves towards the bubble. I think they'll be the tournament this one.
To the Big Ten, Oregon at Northwestern. Wei Lin, wide open, ducks up 1, 8.6. You got to find the Big Ten's leading scorer, Nick Martinelli, in this situation.
Of course, I call him the below-the-rim assassin. Watch the pump fakes, the shot fakes, the pivots, and buckets.
He had a game-high 22. Here comes Oregon. Takai Simpkins from just beyond half court. A little too much energy on that one. Wildcats win a fun one by 1. When we return, why Alex Caravan was crying before and after UConn's game with Seton Hall. With Tuesday's 20-point performance against UCF, Robert Knight III has now scored 20 or more 10 times this season. He is Robin to Devonta's Batman, and those two need to solve the West Virginia riddle next.
Freedom, that's a cheap thing. Freedom to ignore this, that's a cheap thing. 800-pound bear chase, exfoliating, draining gravity like a suggestion, saying he'll try. All cheap things. Making a cheap vehicle for only people with cash like him, not a cheap thing. So we're bringing you more cheap things this year, because cheap things should be everyone's thing.
Right now, well-qualified lessees can lease the 2026 Jeep Gladiator Sahara 4x4 for $374 a month. See your local Jeep brand dealer.
Morning, sweat. Roll up, sweat. Taste test, sweat. Reset, refresh, restock, sweat. Go time, sweat. No time, sweat. Grow time, new sign. There's a line, sweat. Back to it, sweat. Close up, sweat. Night shift starts now. Sweat moves you forward. We'll make sure it never holds you back. Degree, here for sweat.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi? Sure, Chuck. Well, my washing machine's on fritz also. I got just the thing. Want to try the ketchup? There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts. What's in your wallet? You're natural.
Howdy, Roadrunner. You're very fast.
Well, I drink Red Bull.
But you do realize.
Yes, Red Bull gives you wings, but I'm scared of heights.
Out here, the little things will kill you. What's it like, the bunker?
It looked so real at first. The longer we were down there, the more the scenes began to show.
A militia has amassed outside our bunker doors.
Coming in. Every single thing that achieves greatness, they all have one thing in common. They end.
He is a consensus top 3 pick for the upcoming NBA draft. Many will say he's worthy of number 1. A.J. Devonta, the nation's leading scorer. He has West Virginia coming up in under 36 minutes. Seton Hall at number 6, UConn. Before the game, Alex Caravan inducted into the Huskies of Honor up there in the rafters. His number 11 jersey going upstairs. Caravan was huge today as well. Tied his season high with 23. That made it 1-point advantage for the Huskies.
But Seton Hall would not go away. They were so tough. That's Elijah Fisher. This game was a one-possession game for the last 5 minutes.
And then this possession rubs you the wrong way, Chase.
They're trying to foul. Silas Demery tried to foul. The referees don't call it. The game would have been extended there.
Caravan in tears after the game. Another win for that man in his 141st appearance with you guys. It's a big number. You don't see numbers like that anymore with guys bouncing around. Caravan was the difference today in a game where I think a lot of his teammates kind of were hung over from that big St. John's win.
I would agree. I thought this was a storybook ending personally for Alex Caravan, the winningest player in UConn history, and they've got a lot of really good players. But to your point, Rob, they needed Alex Caravan's best performance of the season, 23 points on 8 of 11 shooting. And I thought that UConn survived this game, and they did it because of Caravan, because offensively, Seton Hall took away most of every other. Solo ball was 2 for 9 in this game. Silas Demery, 0 for 2. And Terrence Reed was also held below his average. Alex Caravan was the only player who played all 40 minutes in this one. Dan Hurley's like, we're riding with you, and he came through big time.
I wouldn't say it's more impressive than the win over St. John's, especially the way they beat St. John's, but almost equally impressive because it came after in a game they didn't have their best stuff, playing against a team that was absolutely inspired. How about Seton Hall, their last game when they beat Georgetown? They were 0 for 18 from three-point range. So you can't fault for UConn for packing it in, going underneath all those screens. Seton Hall was 9 for 17 today from behind the arc. UConn still found a way to win late. That's what championship teams have to do. You're going to have games in the NCAA tournament where you're not playing well, you're not making shots. So Seton Hall put up a really good fight. The problem for Seton Hall is they're so desperate for quality wins right now. They still get to play St. John's in the regular season finale. That will be another quad one game. But if they had pulled this one out And if they were able to beat St. John's, obviously 2 huge ifs, maybe they would have been able to put themselves on the right side of the bubble going into the Big East tournament. Now they have a lot of work to do.
As for the Huskies, off until next Saturday at Marquette, live on Fox. Later tonight on Fox, it's 2 versus 3 in the Big East. Villanova, winners of 7 of their last 8, and in 3rd place. They take on 15th ranked and 2nd place St. John's. The Johnnies, remember, humbled by UConn Wednesday, only scoring 40 points and missing their last 24 shots. It's become a ritual in most live sporting events, and that includes college basketball. It's the old T-shirt giveaway. Villanova, no exception. Earlier this February, the Wildcats men's and women's teams gave out T-shirts at home games. Nothing extraordinary, right? Wrong. Tom Rinaldi with the story of what those shirts say, what they mean, why they matter in celebrating students on every level.
It's not just a T-shirt. It's a message.
A message with many threads. When everyone sees that T-shirt, the biggest thing that you see is that we're all competing at the highest level. We're all trying to achieve great goals.
Start with the thread of opportunity. That's what Liam Holland has wanted all his life. Born with cerebral palsy, a brain disorder permanently affecting movement and muscle coordination, Liam uses a tablet to communicate.
It affects the logistics of my day, how I move, how long tasks take, and the fact that I use a wheelchair and need 24/7 personal care. It also affects how other people treat me, because sometimes they assume things about my intelligence or independence that are not true.
There were all the challenges, but we sort of lived in the moment. How are we going to have you do the homework assignments, the projects? Or, yeah, I thought he could go to college, but it wasn't the first thing I was thinking about.
Liam's college choice was inspired by someone else with cerebral palsy, Nick Gaynor.
Nick Gaynor. Sensitive and loving. Dashingly handsome. At least I like to think so.
The Hollands first saw Gaynor in a short documentary about Nick's work as a student manager for Villanova women's basketball. 15 years later, he's part of the team's staff.
Any way I get help the team, I try and do that.
His responsibilities, like his understanding of who we're playing, the personnel. He just knows so much.
Let's play hard, that's all I want.
The next thread is connection. Not only was Nick an example to follow, his father, Michael Gaynor, was a longtime admissions director at Nova and a champion for students with disabilities when he met the Hollands.
For a father of a son with cerebral palsy, we were trying to picture what that could be. And then fast forward, Liam was adamant he had to get into Villanova.
With the Gators' support, Liam did come to Nova, where he became a part of Level, a student organization working to bridge gaps and raise ableism awareness.
Level is a club that is truly inclusive to anyone and everyone. The people I met there have changed my life. I just feel that I met my people and I have no idea where I would be without them.
Yes, level the playing field specifically for students with disabilities to understand how similar we all are if given the same opportunity to connect.
Elizabeth Spencer, Joseph Michael Adams Jr., William Patrick Lynn, Dave Elizabeth Deasy.
Made the difference from day one. But to have that exist at Villanova allowed him to check a huge box that was part of what he wanted out of his college experience.
That leads to the thread of legacy. Last year, the Hollands made a $1 million gift to establish the Michael Gaynor Level Forward Scholarship, supporting other students with disabilities at Villanova.
When Dad passed away, we decided to give Level a scholarship in his name. Dad would be thrilled and he would love it.
The hope is that over time, next year and for years and years to come, it'll help make an opportunity at Villanova for one more student to actually make that dream come true.
One shirt, many threads, connected by a single
$1, $2. And we still trying to give out some memberships. I hate to see that myself, for sure, me too. But that's easy. That's the easy way to make some money, though. It's an easy way to make some money and an easy way to go to jail, though. So it's like a two-sided, blade type of shit. Know what I mean?
Scholarship gift is the largest ever given.
Nobody want to go to jail.
At Villanova, in hopes that others will add their support. Liam Holland is still on campus at Nova.
Let's go.
He's a graduate student, and of course, he remains an avid Villanova fan who cannot wait to see what the Cats do in March. Well, things were boiling over in the Big 12 today. Tad Boyle.
The Big 12?
Feelings too.
Uh-huh.
Some Houston home cooking, perhaps in the future.